Hello, my name is Duncan Moss and I'm a lay minister here in Verwood. And this is my thought for this coming week. Most of us refer to today as being Mother's Day. Indeed, it is a day when we traditionally honour our mothers and make them feel special. Buy a card, flowers, take them out for a meal, thanking them for all the love and devotion that they have shown to us over the years. It is a very special time indeed, and one of the customs that our society is doing well at. The Christian Church supports that 100%. Indeed, it goes further, because really this day is not Mother's Day, but Mothering Sunday. In other words, we celebrate not just those people who are mothers, but also those who may not have had children, but have mothered others in some way. There is a little story found in Luke's Acts of the Apostles about a woman called Dorcas, who was described by St. Peter as a true disciple, and who had mothered and looked after a large number of widows in the area of Joppa in the Middle East. In Jesus' time, widows were very powerless and relied on their children and others for their support. There were no state benefits in those days, and to become a widow was a desperate thing. The church of that day saw that need and became the providers for these poor women who had no children or relatives that were willing to look after them. Indeed, one of the first missions of the church was to look after those widows. As the Apostle James wrote, "Religion that is pure and undefiled before God the Father is this, to care for orphans and widows in their distress." Dorcas had a heart for such widows, and she used her skill, that of being a seamstress, to make and repair clothes for those widows that she came across. She had quite an effect on the lives of others, for it is written that when she had a terrible accident and sadly drowned, there were many widows who were crying at the news of her death. Dorcas did not have crying children or husbands around at that time, just widows. So it was highly probable that she was not a mother herself. However, she had actually mothered those widows. And Peter clearly saw that and paid tribute to her. Also Luke, who wrote about her, wanted to emphasize her loving acts and acknowledge them as being very feminine acts. Whilst the traditions of the church may have focused more on the Christian fathers of past, it is clear that the feminine love and devotion given by people like Dorcas is of equal value in God's eyes, hence James's point. The feminine side of God is something that is being explored more nowadays than in the past. Indeed, at many churches and cathedrals around the country today, there are tributes to this. In the Lady Chapel of Ely Cathedral, for example, there are a large number of images and sculptures portraying that feminine side of God, and it is well worth a visit if you're in that area. So whilst most of us will focus on our own mothers, let us not forget those like Dorcas who do not have children but show mothering love to others. God will bless that. Thank you for listening.